Dear students, in this video we are going to learn more about forces. Here student, you have to do one activity. You have to choose a heavy table or a box which you can move only by pushing hard. Now you try to push it all by yourself. So can you move it? Now ask one of your friends to help you in pushing it in the same direction. You will find that it is easier to move it now. Now push the heavy box again, but ask your friend to push it from the opposite side. Now, does the object move? If it does, then note the direction in which it moves. Students, can you guess which one of you is applying a larger force? Students, you would be familiar with the game of tug of war. In this game, there are two teams and they pull at a rope in opposite directions. Now, members of both the teams try to pull the rope in their direction. Now, sometimes the rope simply does not move. You can see the picture here. The team that pulls harder, that is, applies a larger force, finally wins the game. Students, what do these examples suggest about the nature of force? Now recall the first activity where you and your friend pushed the heavy box in the same direction. In that activity, we have seen that forces applied on an object in the same direction add to one another. So that made possible to shift the box easily, which was very heavy. Now recall the activity when both of you, means you and your friend, were pushing the heavy box from the opposite directions. So here, if the two forces act in the opposite directions on an object, then the net force acting on it is the difference between the two forces. That simply means that when you and your friend were applying force on the box, then if you applied more force, then you will be able to shift to the other side. And if your friend apply more force, then he will be able to shift the box towards your side. The same happened in the game of tug of war. When two teams pull equally hard, the rope does not move in any direction. But if one team applies more amount of force, then that team will be able to pull the opposition team towards its side, thus winning the game. So students, from these activities we learn that a force could be larger or smaller than the other or equal to each other. The strength of a force is usually expressed by its magnitude. Also, if the direction or the magnitude of the applied force changes, then its effect also changes.